that breaking news in Gastonia today. Police responded to 3 different shootings, all within a few hours of each other. Take a look. The first shooting was a gun battle between a suspect and police after a domestic violence call. One officer was rushed to the hospital after being shot several times. A second shooting left a woman dead, and a person is in the hospital recovering after a third shooting. Our team was on scene after the officer was shot while responding to that first domestic violence call. Police tell us the officer is recovering, but the female suspect died on the scene. WBTV's Ron Lee is at the Gastonia Police Department right now with more. And Ron, do police know what led up to that domestic violence call?
Well, that is still under investigation at this point, but detectives that I talked to tonight tell me that that suspect that the police approached actually had multiple weapons on her at the time of the shooting. Now, this is more about, this is not just about the shooting, it's about a community that is broken.
This is the worst neighborhood I've ever been in my life.
Rita Ledford and Charles Reinhardt have been living in this apartment complex for 21 years. They were at home when they heard the first shots.
At least about
10.
12. I think it was about 12.
They used to enjoy being outside, but they say the area has turned to the point they don't go outside and actually have to barricade themselves in at night for fear someone will break in.
Put this board up against the door handle knob, keep somebody coming in.
Their fears were realized Saturday afternoon as police were engaged in a firefight just a few doors down from where they live.
We had an officer involved shooting at 466 South King Street.
The Gastonia police chief says his officers were called out for a domestic dispute situation at the Lorray Mill Villas around 1 o'clock, where they were met with gunfire.
They encountered a female that was armed with multiple firearms.
The suspect then, according to officials, even after repeated warnings to drop the guns, opened fire.
One of our officers was shot multiple times.
Police returned fire, hitting the female suspect. She died on the scene. The injured officer was rushed to the hospital in the back of a patrol car, where he's listed in stable condition.
Right now, he's in a lot of pain, but his family's with him.
People who knew those involved were stunned at the news.
I don't know. They was fighting. They was fighting or something. I don't know.
But for the couple who sees bullets and blue lights more and more often, home has turned into its own kind of prison.
I don't go out of my house.
Now, so far, no names of anybody involved has been released, and still no reason for why this all happened in the first place. In Gaston County, I'm Ron Lee, WBTV, on your side.
All right, Ron, thank you. Well, we were also on scene.